We do have a warning for parents now in our Good to Know segment. Concussions, they are not just sports injuries. More than half actually happen off playing fields. So here's what you need to watch for whenever your child hits their head. So if the pain radiates throughout the child's head, it's called a global headache, and that's a symptom of a mild concussion. If that happens, doctors recommend rest to avoid a second impact, possibly making things worse. Also, here are some of the other signs. Feeling dizzy or as if something is just kind of off. A sense of nausea, not being able to maintain good balance, and seeing double or blurred vision. In fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that you call your child's doctor for anything more than just a slight bump on the head.